Welcome. Tonight I'm going to walk you through the TBM Core Essence Protection Visualization. This is a very important visualization in the TBM system. When Viktor Frankl was asked what the three most important aspects of his system were, he said it was sugar regulation, hydration, and protection. So this is a very important element of the system, and it's required for all of my patients. Okay? So first thing we want to do is we want to be in the right position. So for your first couple times going through this, it's nice to be seated as we are tonight, feet on the ground. Okay? And then what we want to do, we want to have as few distractions as possible, and then we want to lock in by putting our hands in a certain configuration here. So you're going to interlock your thumbs. You're going to have right over left here. Okay? And then you're going to have your right middle finger is going to be going right between your two wrist bones. And your other fingers are going to wrap around your hand like this. Looks like all of you are doing it really well. We're going to put this over our solar plexus right here. Okay? Once you have this position, go ahead and close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and just connect with your body and with your breathing. And then notice behind your sternum, there's a small white light right in the middle of your chest. And as you breathe, you're going to use your breath as a bellows. So you take a big breath in, and as you exhale, that air is feeding that little white light, like a white fire, or like a little star in your chest. You're going to keep breathing in this manner, feeding that fire. And as you do so, the fire will grow wider, it'll grow hotter, it'll grow larger. It begins to occupy more space in your chest. Yet as it grows larger, it begins to collapse in on itself due to the gravity. So it gets denser. But as you continue to breathe, it gets both larger and denser. Until maybe it's the size of an orange in your chest. And we're going to keep going, growing wider, hotter, brighter, bigger until it's the size of a grapefruit in your chest. And then we're going to continue to use our breath to feed this fire, to spread it throughout the rest of our bodies. We're going to begin by filling the rest of our chest cavity. So the light spreads upwards towards our shoulders. Fills our backs, our chest. begins to move down towards the diaphragm. Continuing your breath and feeding the white light, assisting it as it spreads throughout your body. White light has a cleansing energy. We're going to bring it all the way down to our pelvis, down through our abdomen, filling the entire trunk of our body. If you're with me, go and just give a nod. From there, we're going to move the light is going to spread up into our head. So we're going to go up through our neck. And on up into the skull. I want this white light to fill every cubic inch of our body. Just going to move forward into the face. Fill your nose and your lips and your eyes, your jaw. Occupy your entire head. Your ears. And then we're going to return to our chest and have the white light move down our shoulders, down towards our elbows. And from our elbows down into our wrists. And our hands, our fingers, all the way to the tips. And once we've filled our upper extremities, we're then going to then turn our attention back to our abdomen, our pelvis area. And make sure that we've filled that entire area. The buttocks and the groin. And then we're going to begin to go down the lower extremities, filling our thighs, down towards our knees. And from our knees down towards our ankles. And continue to fill into your feet. And into your toes. At this time, go ahead and check in. And make sure your entire body is filled with light. And if you're there, go ahead and nod your head. Okay. We're going to continue to feed that white light with our breath. can continue to grow brighter and hotter. And now you notice that it's pressing against your skin. Because it's getting so bright. You take a big breath in. Breathe out. And it's going to push beyond your skin, outside your body. Until it extends about 6 inches around your entire body. You're just radiating this white light. It's cleansing the area around your body. Building your core essence and your internal power. We don't want to leave the light outside of our body. We're going to bring it back in. So we're going to count back from 3, and we're going to we're going to suck our breath in and also suck the light back into our body. 3, 2, 1. You've now brought all the light back in your body. And now it will press against your skin, but it will not leave your body. It's an impermeable barrier. If you're with me, go ahead and nod your head. We're now going to notice above our head is a bucket. And this bucket is filled with a clear liquid plastic. And this is a very special plastic that we're going to use to protect our body from subtle influences and energies. And so we're going to reach up with visualizing our hands are reaching up, our energetic hands, if you will. You're going to reach up and they're going to grab that bucket above your head. And you're going to dump it all over your head and all over your body. And pour down over your entire body. And then we're going to go through the process of smoothing it out like lotion all over the body. So we have a thin protective layer. So you're going to take your energetic hands again. You're going to visualize yourself smoothing this plastic over your head and over your face. You're going to get over your eyes and your nose, and your lips and your ears again. Make sure to get in all the spaces. Down to your chin and working your way out to the neck, down the neck towards the shoulders. And smooth it out over the shoulders, and then moving our way down the arms. And then covering your elbows and your forearms, your wrists, your moving down to your hands and work it around your fingers. We want to cover every square inch of our body, this protective layer. If you've covered your upper extremities, then go and give me a nod. Okay. And then begin to cover your chest, smoothing the plastic out over your chest and your back. Moving down towards your lower back, the sides of your body, over your abdomen. Smoothing out over your buttocks and your groin. Moving down your thighs. Over your knees. Down your shins and your lower legs, calves, towards your feet. Covering your feet. In between your toes, soles of your feet. As you finish covering your body, there might be some extra of the liquid plastic. And it'll just fall off and shimmer away. And if you're with me, go ahead and nod your head. We're going to give just an extra moment here. We got it? Okay. Now, we're going to notice above our head a second bucket that's also filled with the liquid plastic. And we're going to reach up with our energetic hands. We're going to dump that all over our body as well. We're going to do the exact same process. Might choose to move just a little bit faster this time, because we've done it once already. That's what's important, is that you follow the same procedure and do a good job. We're going to begin by smoothing the liquid plastic out over our head once we've dumped all the plastic on. Over our face. This is a breathable plastic. Your skin will be able to breathe, you'll be able to breathe. It won't bring any harm to you, but it will protect you. And continue to smooth it out over your ears and moving down towards your neck. Covering your neck and your upper shoulders. Again, moving down to the upper extremities, your arms, down towards your elbows. Your elbows and your forearms. Covering your hands between your fingers. And continue to move the plastic, smoothing it out over your chest, down towards your diaphragm, covering all your ribs on the front and then also on the sides and on the back. Smoothing it out over your lower back, also over your abdomen. Continuing to move down, covering your buttocks, your groin, down to your thighs. Over your knees, down your lower legs, towards your ankles. Over your feet, in between your toes. Over the palms or the soles of your feet. Covering your entire body with the second layer of thin, liquid protective plastic. Once you've completed that, go and give me a nod. Okay. Well, now we're going to notice above our head a third bucket, but this one has a different material in it. It has bright pink foam, and we're going to pour it on our body again, but it's going to be a thicker layer than the plastic, which was spread on like lotion. This layer is going to be 3 to 6 inches thick. This time, reach above your head and pour on this bucket of pink foam. Let it fall all over your body. And then we're going to go through a similar process of smoothing it out all over the body, just in a thicker layer. For me, that goes a little bit faster because it fills the spaces easier. So go ahead and smooth it out over your head, over your ears and your face. Like a big pink glove for your entire body. And cover your jaw and your neck, over your shoulders, down your arms, moving towards the hands, covering the forearms, again over your hands, this time like gloves for your hands. We're going to cover our chest. Once you've completed the upper extremities, move down over all the ribs, and the sides of the ribs, under your armpit, over your back. Then over your pelvis, including your buttocks and your groin. Moving down the thighs. Over your knees, down your lower legs. Over your feet, like a pair of shoes. At this point, you should have covered your entire body with this layer of pink foam. And the pink foam, the color pink has to do with a feeling of love. And so any negative energy you are receiving from others, the pink layer sends the negative energy back to them, but it first turns it into love and sends it back to them tenfold. If you're with me, go ahead and nod your head. We're going to finish the TBM Core Essence Protection Visualization by returning to our breath, taking a few deep breaths and feeding that light behind our sternum again. And once you've done that, you can begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, coming back to the room. Okay. So, are there any questions about the meditation? Okay, I require all my patients to perform this meditation twice daily, and I do it for myself twice daily. Now, we just spent, so like 15 minutes going through that meditation, and it doesn't need to take that long every time. So once you've got the steps down and you can easily visualize and go through that process, then feel free to go through that as fast as you can go through that. It might take me 3 to 5 minutes. Some people do have a difficult time visualizing. Some people are more auditory or sensory. And so instead of seeing a light, you can imagine a tone if you're more auditory, a sound, a musical note. Okay, if you're more sensory, you might feel a feeling of love. Okay. And this is a very Western visualization. It was created by Viktor Frankl, who is a chiropractor and naturopath. It's not meant to be religious in any way, but I've found it to be very clinically effective. And so I'd recommend for all of you to perform it daily, at least twice. Thank you.